As a fan of regular Joes and hybrids, like as in melee ranged hybrids, or any kind of hybrids to be honest, Spellblades are pretty cool too, or even Spell Bows, very rare hybrid type, but anyway, Druzhina's a very cool character. Yes, he's just a regular Joe, he's a human lord, he doesn't have any fancy mount options, can really only take his trusty steed, but he's got a great anti-large bow and a great axe on his back. Not, you wouldn't think heavy armor, but he does have some armor under that coat there. Looking at 95 with the barding of the steed included. And today we're going to see Rider Rohan take his Kislev into Borain's Chaos Dwarfs. Let's take a look at the build here for the Chaos Dwarfs. About to get impacted. We've got some Hobgoblin Wolf Raiders. Looks like Bull Centaur Renders as well, including the Dark Ravagers. We've got a Magma Cannon also. Interesting choice. Haven't seen those in a while, but they are very good. Even still, Drazoat the Ashen up in the sky. And yeah, some more Bull Centaurs sneaky gits. You see the light war sleds there getting impacted. We've also got some Akshina Ambushers. Some more nice hybrid troops, although you really don't want them tangling too much with the scary melee stuff here. Backed up by some Kislevite warriors and Cosbite dervishes, so very much kind of a DLC build in many ways. The warriors plus the Akshina ambushers led by the Druzhina. We've got Frost Maiden of Tempest here, looking at probably just Blizzard. Yep, that big AoE damage spell. And then he also does have ammo replenish, of course. And the Blessed Helm of the Oblast, which gives 60 armor and 20% magical missile resistance in an AoE on demand, which is decent. Armor buffs are certainly solid, especially considering a lot of this build is low armor, right? So we'll add, what is it, plus 60? Put those Kislevite warriors up to 90 armor, which is quite impressive stuff. Let's see if Rider Rohan remembers to use it in this early engagement. Right now, looks like those light war sleds getting hit pretty hard. They are one of the more valuable units in this pretty wide Kislev build. A little magma cannon shot. Of course, it leaves the AoE on the ground, which means as the Kislevite warriors run through, they will take more AoE damage. In general, though, this flank not going great for the Chaos Dwarfs. Bull Centaurs holding for the time being, but the sneaky gits, not surprisingly, or unsurprisingly rather, their leadership is quite poor, and they get routed pretty easily. We see a big blizzard popping off here as well. Chaos Dwarfs having more success over on the far side against those Kislevite warriors, routing one dervish as well. The Wolf Raiders overrunning into the Akshina's ambushers, not really giving them a chance to get set and shoot. They are decent melee combatants, though. You can see they get out their nice sabers, begin attacking back, and should do a decent enough job of holding off the Wolf Raiders. They'll take some damage in the process. It's not particularly efficient, but they're not just going to fall over like a low-tier archer, but that Magma Cannon is definitely making its presence felt. Rider Rohan sends some light war sleds in the back line there to get after the Akshina ambushers, and manages to at least tie it down for the time being. The armor piercing of their shots and the bear's armor piercing in melee actually will do a little bit of damage to the Magma Cannon. Be even better if they were able to get a full surround, but right now looking like they're going to the Dread Column formation, which, yeah, they're not going to get all their unit models in contact, but that's all good. Actually do manage to basically rout the Magma Cannon anyway, which is very impressive stuff. The Hobgoblin Wolf Raiders get interrupted trying to bail out the cannon and get charged down by these Akshina ambushers, so all pretty good stuff so far for Rider Rohan. Balance power is still dead even, certainly anyone's game, but he has managed to deal with a lot of the power units. He does have one more Bull Centaur here. The Dark Ravagers have been ravaged by fire and spear. The guns, of course, of the war sleds do quite a bit of work just in general, but certainly in situations like this where they're kind of being forced to fight more like single entities or cavalry, monstrous cavalry, not necessarily infantry that they're designed to fight. Those guns really come in handy in that instance of helping them to just perform just kind of as an all-arounder as far as chariot goes, and perform well against a plethora of different targets as long as they don't take too much damage. But here, this one gets collapsed pretty hard. Countercharged by the Wolf Riders to kind of interrupt them, and then the healthy Bull Centaur also comes back. And all of a sudden, the Kislev units, without that By Our Blood, and with a lot of them starting to take more and more damage, having a hard time staying on the field here. But let's see, with the ambushers, are able to get set and shoot a little bit here. Ravagers are so low that it wouldn't take much to get them off the field. You can see a handful of crossbow shots landing. Nice downhill charge with the dervishes as well. Moving in to assist the Druzhina as he makes his stand here. Goblins getting impacted by that charge. And more importantly, the Hashut Stark Ravagers getting routed there. Kislev Warriors moving in. There are a lot of sneaky gets here, though. And that anti-infantry bonus, 34 weapon strength plus 7 bonus versus infantry. They'll do great against the Kislev Warriors. Nice breath attack placement as well. Oh, it's getting pretty dicey. Yeah, we've got sneaky gets moving in on the Akshina ambushers. That will be an engagement that will be pretty inefficient. The Wolf Raiders get hit on the approach there, but oh yeah, definitely still anyone's game. But the Chaos Dwarfs starting to pull ahead, if ever so slightly, mainly due to the fact that they've got a handful of support units left, plus the single entities, you know, got enough HP. Drazoath still is probably, yeah, a similar amount of HP, just in pure numbers. Obviously, a much higher percentage, but ooh, nice blizzard there. Should be able to finish off. Ooh, not going to do a lot to those Bull Centaur renders. The sneaky gets, obviously, are a decent target. They do get finished off by that, but the one War Sled also coming back, absolute champ. I saw that magma cannon shot, I thought, but maybe that was something else. Maybe that was the magic missile from this. Anyway, yeah. Frost Maiden also being able to chase some routing units here. Definitely very, very close game. Druzhina is going to move away and try and use his anti-large bow a little bit here. Kind of kite some of these Bull Centaurs. I don't know if he's on fire at will, but that anti-large bow will be able to just pick off their models. Along with this light war sled here. While the Frost Maiden can charge up some Winds of Magic as she kind of chases off whatever else is there. So it's going to turn into a little bit of a kite. And we'll get in close. Watch the Druzhina do his beautiful Parthian shot. Getting a nice arc back to the targets behind him. Do appreciate the one render as well, just throwing axes back at him. Just to make sure, you know, just send a message. Just to make sure he's not, I don't know if that's actually, it's doing a little bit of damage to him over time, certainly. Nothing too crazy. But, ooh, he actually is going to focus his shot on the last Ravager. This is some small unit tactics right here, but, ooh, it picks off one of the other ones instead. Oh, there's another magic missile. Doesn't do too much, but it's enough to actually just rout the war sled. Pretty unfortunate. I think, yeah, had quite a bit of ammunition left. So that is rather unfortunate, but let's see if Kislev can get anything else back on the field. I don't think so. Winds of Magic-wise, maybe one more Blizzard left, which certainly will finish off this unit of sneaky gits. But I'm thinking Drazoath just has to come down and charge the Druzhina in the face, and that's going to end all this very quickly, especially the Bull Centaurs plus him together charging in. Now, I don't know if the Druzhina's... A lot of character missile attacks do count as artillery, so they're not subjected to missile block chance. I don't know if that's the case here with the Druzhina's missiles. Regardless, let's see. Gonna fire in, maybe? No, and look, he's focusing his shots very wisely on Drazoath, which is exactly who he should be shooting at this point with his limited amount of remaining ammunition. Can he restock ammunition on himself? I don't know if you can actually target yourself with this ability, I forget. But, is it one of those weird ones that's allies only? Oh, is this... Oh, he actually point-blank side-shotting as he's kind of riding alongside, doing a little bit of janky kind of animation kiting here. Ooh, the Blizzard comes in. It is going to land on the sneaky gits defending the objective. That will pretty much finish that unit off. Druzhina runs in. He's going to run through, try and drag the remaining unit models of the Bull Centaur renders through, just to do whatever damage he can to them. Got 2 more shots here left. Decides to just countercharge, finish off a model there. Might be able to finish off these Bull Centaur renders completely. Drazoath on the ground, takes 55 years to turn around. And as a result, ooh, Druzhina is going to get his last shot off, but it does get rear charged here. That is going to be massive as Drazoath is able to get a couple of hits in, very quick succession. And by our blood procs, all that matters now is the dice rolls. Druzhina's not getting things in his favor, taking multiple attack animations. you know, direct hits, and yep. Ooh, that's bad. I mean, granted, I think Rider Rohan did get some pretty unlucky dice rolls in that, but part of it is also that Drazoath, you know, probably still had his charge bonus active for maybe one or two of those attack animations, and the rear attack bonus as well. He's able to get successive hits and just finish it off. That is about as close as a finish as you can get, though. Holy cow. Very well-matched opponents. And this is the first of a best of 3, so be sure to tune in through the rest of the week to see the rest of the battles. But wow, what a game. What a game indeed. Very, very fun stuff. Drazoath there carrying some pretty hefty value, 16,000 damage dealt, almost 2,400 gold value. Very good stuff. The Sneaky Gits also performed quite well here. I don't know, maybe Borain had some matchup knowledge that Rider Rohan was going to go for a lighter armor army here, but against the ambushers and against the Kislev warriors, the Sneaky Gits seemed to trade very well, trading even above cost in some instances. Likewise, Wolf Raiders also get some pretty good value chasing units. The Bull Centaurs did get focused down reasonably well, only really the Dark Ravagers pay for themselves, and likewise the Magma Cannon did get focused down as well. Rider Rohan did a good job of taking that high priority target out. War Sleds are fairly effective units, definitely when used well, and here they pretty much all pay for themselves. I think maybe, yeah, if you kind of average their value out, they pretty much all do. Dervishes as well get some nice chasing value. Akshina's ambushers pay for themselves. It's really just a tale of an incredibly close game where both armies killed each other completely, so who really wins at the end of the day? Khorne. That's it for today. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you like this sort of content, be sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification button. Every time I upload a new video, you'll be notified. Thanks again. We'll see you next time.